back, especially on Speed Gaming 5. Wow, we got that timing right, hopping right in here.
It's pretty good, yeah. No need for all this extra banter. No, we're just gonna go home and find quick.
It's okay. We'll make up some banter as we go. We do have our two opponents, Bonta, sitting currently at 2-0, and Tstew14 sitting at 1-0. This is their Game 1 match, and it is open, randomized swords, normal mode, defeat Ganon. It's Key Sanity. Oh no.
It's Key Sanity! We gotta find all the ice rods.
Nuts. I'm sure that'll be fine. Starting out right off, we do have the Quake Medallion, which we currently don't know of its potential use, whether we might need it for the Misery Mire entrance or the T-Rock entrance. Let's see. We got both runners going for the same play, going into at least the front of Escape. They might both save and quit out and go do other stuff, since they don't have any weapon powery to get through Escape. What do you like to do at the beginning of an open mode?
I
Just
like
go
to
for
do...
the Kakariko?
No, I actually do exactly what they're doing every time, because I don't want to try to change my routing, because if I change it from the Uncle Start and start doing town or something first, I'm gonna forget to check Uncle.
Yeah.
Pretty sure once I change my usual, it's not gonna work out anymore.
I don't know. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say it very seldomly works out that you get some sort of weapon to clear Escape with, maybe Uncle gives you a sword or Cane of Samaria, and those two little magic pots are actually useful. That's happened before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because sometimes you'll get Burna or something, and then that one little bit of magic you got in there, or you'll get a full magic from the bush crabs. But you might end up using that for clearing Mini Moldorm Cave or something. Nice bombs here in the Lost Woods can allow both of our players to save a little bit of money. We do have a small key at Lumberjack.
Probably won't need that, but
it's really annoying.
Yeah,
it's so annoying. We do have a big key in the Lost Woods as well. It is the big key to Ice Palace, which is another one of those questionably useful keys, since most players in this tournament know how to do the bomb jump to skip the key requirement to get to Cold Stare, but that big chest could have something.
Yeah, the peace of mind from getting the big key for either of the optional big key dungeons. I guess there's 3 of them when you're bomb jumping, but it's nice to have that, especially for the Ice Palace one. That takes so long to get back to.
Mm-hmm,
so
yeah,
it's really nice to have that. Man, I really hope I don't have to come back here later on.
It's pretty much what Ice, Skull, and Swamp are the ones that you can get by without getting the big key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
going back to that Lumberjack talk, is that small key could be something required, like the one and only key in Swamp Palace, or it could be something like a Skull Woods key or a Misery Mire key that is practically useless.
Down in Blind Cell, we've got the Lamp key and the Mire key.
Did you say the lamp key?
Yeah, the lamp key. It opens a key that actually opens the door on the lamp, so you can insert more fire. That's what you do. That's how you use a lamp, right?
Oh yeah, that makes sense. It checks out totally. Nice bug net find as well, though not as useful in this game mode, but still, this is normal mode, so they're not going to be hurting for health or safeties or anything. So. But you never know. You might get a gold bee and get a gold bee Mothula fight or something stupid like that.
It's the first Castle Tower key. Hopefully won't need those. If we have to do Aghanim, we will end up needing to find both of those. This is not all dungeons, so it's not like that we're going to have to find both of them. Sword and Moon Pearl aren't that bad. Big fan of those 2 things.
And the glove, wow.
Gloves, well, that's right too.
It's a pretty stacked bomb in the well. Now, of course, with Key Sandy, you're seeing maps and compasses out in the overworld. The usefulness of maps is it'll tell you whether a dungeon is a pendant or a crystal on the map check, and the compass will just give you a counter in each of the dungeons for how many items you have left to grab in there, or items or chest locations or whatever.
Yeah, it's a questionable use, but at least it's not, a dead item. I know some newer players like that counter, so they're know that they've done everything in a dungeon they can or not.
I feel and the other thing is people will more than likely go out of their way to grab a map, because having that knowledge of where the last crystal is or the last pendant is pretty valuable in Key Sanity. And one of the things that I actually enjoy about Key Sanity is that mystery of finding out where all the pendants and crystals are. people will not go out of the way for a compass, obviously.
Yeah, the last couple key sanities I've seen and done have actually been all dungeons, so the maps have been a lot less useful. But I can see in this situation when it's just defeat Ganon that you definitely need that extra knowledge that, oh, I might not have to do this dungeon or go all the way to this boss or whatever there.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, with that castle tower key, and all they need now is another sword upgrade or like the cape, and they could actually go up and grab the 2 items that are randomized amongst the item pool in Castle Tower or Aghanim's Tower, however you want to call it.
Yeah, typically you won't see anything in there because those 2 have to be keys, but of course, key sanity, who knows? One is behind a dark room, the other one's free. Ooh, it's spooky.
Key sanity is pretty spooky.
It is, it really is. Speaking of spooky, we are in the graveyard here, gonna be pushing it aside with our glove and grabbing the 3 items in the back.
Yeah,
we could potentially go all the way up to Death Mountain right now if we really wanted to. There's not a whole lot we can do up there.
That is true. I mean, you can save the old man, you can get the Spectacle Cave item, and Eyes on the Spectacle Rock item, and a hint. But we have a shovel, a Skullwoods map, and our first bottle.
2 fetch quest items. Do you go all the way back to town right now? Probably not.
No. I would put it off until maybe my first trip over there to like go to the Dark World, or if I get the flute, you can go activate that and turn that in, or if you got like, you know, the ability to go check Batcave or something, just so going out of the way for 1 item is not really that good at this point in the race when you have so many like higher density areas to check.
Oh yeah, sure. Just like South Shore.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff over there.
There's a lot of stuff down here. With both rivers we're doing. Oh man, I like the divergence here in the dam.
Oh man, this is a huge game changer right here. This is what might be the lead changer that we've been looking for.
Just think if that first chest right there was boots, how much advantage Tet would have right now. The frames, man.
I really hope that is a compass for the Swamp Palace, so it's a mapping compass in the dam.
I don't think they're gonna pick it up. We'll never know.
Oh, come on. Okay, well, I'll just believe. I'll just use my imagination to believe in Bonta with the huge lead. First one into the screen transition. Let's see how this mini Moldorn Cave is gonna go. They both have, you know, swords. But yeah, 4 hearts, you got to be a little bit careful. A lot of times you'll get like bopped by mini Moldorn and then get knocked on the hole, and that's 2 hearts immediately gone.
I am so scared of these guys. I will spin attack them like all the time.
Mm-hmm. I love it when they get stuck up there. It looks so goofy. Tstew did buy some bombs in Kakariko, so had a little bit more ammo to like take them out a little bit quicker, but
yeah, with the bombs, it's pretty much a crapshoot. Oh, there's our Master Sword, huh?
So that is Aga Tower access, but not the ability to complete it. Of course, you need both keys in order to complete Aga Tower. So if we see another Castle Tower key pop up, this might be turning into an Aga required seed. I'm anticipating like if we see that and like a hook shot, because glove plus hook shot gets you over to West Dark World across the Broken Bridge.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would expect at least one of them to go check out the 2 items in Aghanim's Tower if they decide to go to Hyrule Castle to check out the items soon. Maybe still expecting it not to be Aghanim, you go ahead and check those 2 items while you're over there. Ooh, don't get crabbed.
That was a little scary. In regards to your comment earlier about checking Uncle like right away, especially I feel like in this kind, well, there's the book, nice. That doesn't do much for you right now other than checking that pedestal item. But for open mode, I kind of like to put off Uncle until I find a sword, and then I can just do Uncle into escape and do it all at once. It's a little bit harder in swordless since there's not as many useful items that pop up early.
Yeah, I can understand that one. It's the same mindset people have about doing the Eastern Palace area or South Shore first to try to find something that'll make you do a single trip into town rather than 2. So I can definitely see that mindset.
You can find the flute or a bottle or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We are getting even more Divergence Bonta going with the fake flipper and eventual water walk setup to check the hobo, the waterfall cave, and what's on Zora's ledge. And if Bonta ends up finding some more rupees, might even go straight for the Zora check too. I also don't believe we've seen what is on Lake Hylia Island.
Yeah, he didn't skirt around that way. We're not quite sure. Maybe if he's going back down, he'll swim by that way.
Yeah, I'd assume
And
so.
Tet is going up into the castle right now. Gonna be checking out the last few items that happen to be not in the back half that we saw already. Maybe might be able to skip the dark cross room if it does happen to have the small key in it. We didn't find that in the back,
Yeah.
but
It's like TC's gonna go ahead and go for it, and then probably Death Warp back to go check the other side. And I
luckily
could
doesn't have that
easily
much
see
health.
this. Huh?
Luckily, it doesn't have that much health right now. It won't be
Yeah,
too
exactly.
bad
It's
dying
not
to
too
these
bad.
stupid snakes.
I'd be interested to see if Tstew does end up checking the 2 chests in Aga Tower. And we got a small key too, pod, and a big 20.
The first of many.
The
There being
first.
6. 6 pod keys exist. Pod small keys.
Mhm.
So, logically we'll need all of them, but I think we'll need a minimum of 4 to be able to check everything.
Ooh. Fire Rod right there on Zora's Ledge. So Flipper is leading to not only a pod key, but also that beautiful Fire Rod.
Alright, Tet going down into the depths of the castle. Bonta is going to be following him, huh?
I'm
like.
slightly surprised that neither of these players went for like a Houlihan play at the beginning. That's, as I've heard, is generally a popular starting choice in Key Sanity, just because with dungeon items being randomized in the pool, finding rupee chests and stuff are a little bit harder to come by.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. I've never really thought about it myself, but
And
I
just
could
think, Bonta could have checked Zora while he was in the area.
Oh man.
But it doesn't matter. Well, what if Zora had flippers, though? Zora is in logic, so
Yeah, he is.
possibility. The chances are very slim, but it is possible.
Oh. Someone will get over there eventually, I'm sure, especially with that fire rod there. We'll see Zora sometime.
Alright, so just a compass going down here into the depths of escape. Got 2 more chests coming up, and then probably another death warp to go check Aga Tower. See what we got going on here.
I mentioned this might be the small key, but this is Key Sanity, isn't it? That's definitely not guaranteed. Right. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm.
I forget about key logic and escape being weird.
Yeah, the downstairs area here does need the key, I believe.
Just in
castle
case
small key.
you accidentally use it in the back section for no reason.
Yep, I think that is the case.
So this is a sequence break right here. And it's a heart piece. And it's a refill.
It's a refill, so yeah, well.
That's annoying.
So I guess that does mean Ted is interested in checking out the Aghanim chests. Which is good. I'm a big fan of that as well.
Well, no better time to do it than right now. Of course, they're not going to be able to go, all the way up or even high enough up to go check the hint up there. But, I'm kind of feeling like there's going to be something in... Well, they have 1 chest they can check in Desert, as well as the Desert Ledge item and Agha's Cave. And then the 2 items that they can get up in Death Mountain. And then the 2 items right here. So all these plays are relatively around the same value, so...
Yeah, I want to see the other Castle Tower key right here. I'm just kind of surprised you're doing all of it.
That'd be hilarious. And then just pop a hook shot somewhere real quick. That could be in the second chest.
It's so easy to clink swords off those knife guys. It's ridiculous. A lot easier than the sword guys in my experience.
Game's weird, man.
It really is.
I like how weird the Master Sword works on the ball and chain guys. So it's 2 spins to kill them, but 8 slashes to kill them, just like a fighter sword.
Yeah, a lot of the light world. Yeah, a lot of the light world bosses, and I'm gonna put that in quote for the ball and chain guy, don't seem to take any extra damage from Master Sword slashes as opposed to fighter slashes. So spinning with the Master Sword is often the best course of action with the Master Sword against them. And in fact, even worse against Armos Knights, I guess.
But strangely, like, the sword beams on Armos Knights with Master Sword are amazing. Just love how that works out.
Big fan of sword beams on Armos. This is if you don't have the bow, I suppose.
All right, so of course we do still have, the 3 items at Sahasrara's hut, as well as he'll give you deets about where that beautiful green pendant is. And then a dip into Eastern Palace where you can check pretty much everything except for the big chest and Armos himself.
Yeah, I'll be able to get at least 5 items over in that area. It's easily the most dense location we still have, but Ted is opting to take the old man upstairs. Yes, up the mountain stairs. We'll get the
natural stairs, yeah.
The natural stairs, yeah.
There's some more Zora money. And we'll see. I'm assuming he's going to just go ahead and hop right in to go get the Spectacle Cave item.
Yeah, there's no
Seems to
reason
be
check it
the
out.
standard now with hints being a huge part of the meta.
You're going to save and quit out of here anyway, you might as well.
Well, who knows? He could find the mirror in here and then could do like a spicy bomb jump or something.
That's true. I'd be a fan of that.
Just a heart piece, and we'll have to wait a little bit. In the meantime, Bonta is heading over to the East Palace area. Get the 3 items from Sahasrara's hut. Does have 4 bombs to expand, so that's good. Just 10 arrows. Ugh. Where's all the things? I bet it's like at Shovel or Sick Kid or something.
That's true.
All right, coming up, we got a heart container, a map to desert, another bottle.
Another B. I guess that's our first B. So the hint tile did say that there was a Ganon's Tower key in Western Swamp, but I believe this is a small key.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine they'll go all the way over there just for that.
If,
and was that Eastern Palace is the green pendant?
Eastern Palace is green pendant, yeah. So I like this play of gonna just go ahead and go in there because you might not have to come back here ever or complete it. So.
Yeah, it's pretty likely. So I'm a big fan of that myself.
Yeah, the nice thing is you'll know the difference between a GT small key and a GT big key because it'll say the key of Evil's Bane when referring to the big key. So, but that would have been nice to get that GT big key hit out of the way that early, right?
Yeah, especially if it was in Western Swamp Palace. I'd be certainly down to go there in that case.
All right, so after all that, our 2 players are still just a couple screens away from each other. And we got a small key to Ice Palace. I'm waiting for that Castle Tower key to pop up. Not that I want them to do Aga, but I think it'd be interesting. We also did see a crystal, I believe, at Desert Palace, so that is eyes on our first crystal.
It was a 5/6 crystal instead, yeah.
Ooh.
Instead? No, indeed.
Indeed.
Yes, I want to sound smart, but I said the wrong thing there, so I just sounded silly.
Well, if you just rolled with it, you would have still sounded at least slightly smart.
Yeah, that's true.
You just gotta commit, man.
I gotta commit. It's just like Rando, dude. Life is just like Randomizer.
You just gotta commit to those dumb plays. And if you fail or die, you just gotta go right back. Because as soon as you do something else, that thing you were looking for was in that one spot.
That's why we're expecting the item at the shovel right now.
Well, the nice thing is, I guess you can go, save and quit, go to Link's house, and just walk west to go shovel, and then Sick Kid, and then just hope one of those 2 gives you the hammer or the mitts to get to the Dark World.
Yeah, it would be pretty convenient in that case. The Bottle Kid wouldn't be too... Was that the Eastern Palace map?
It was, yeah.
Nice.
House of Darkness key in a chest requiring a specialist. So that is the purple chest item. So that will be our, eyes on our second pod key. We, of course, don't know if pod is required or not. So stay tuned, I suppose.
I think if I didn't already have 4 pod keys, I would definitely get that. If pod's a crystal, of course. Yeah. It's a little annoying to have to go get it, but I think it might be a little better than leaving a chest behind pod. It's so...
Yeah.
It's really hard to do so.
Well, who knows? That could be... You never know how these key layouts are going to be. The other ones could be somewhere really, really stupid, or in deep independent swamp or something, and you'd be able to avoid it with getting that key, some hammer jumps, some death warps and saving continues, maybe. All right, last item in Eastern is a map to get Ganon's Tower. I hate that map. That one in Hyrule Castle, those are the worst.
What a great Eastern Palace. I mean, the pod key hint's fine, but I also think that it was a little excessive. just for that. Nope, no big key. You gotta go all the way around.
All right, so at this point we have the Desert Palace area or the 2 fetch quest items.
I would hate to
Even-
go all the way down to desert and not be able to do anything, so I can definitely understand why
Yeah.
you take it off.
It's a long walk just to be able to check one item. If they had at least, you know, obviously the Desert Palace big key would be nice, or even just the small key to allow you to check 2 more.
I suppose the ledge in Agnes Cave gives it a little more worth, but it still feels kind of meh.
And the eyes on the desert ledge is good too,
Yeah.
right? It's just a really long walk.
Yeah, it is 3 items and all that they'll be able to get at least, but man.
The curious thing though is, what are we looking for at this point? What is going to be our ticket to the Dark World? Is it going to be a Castle Tower small key, or is it going to be the mitts? Is it going to be the hammer? Is it going to be a hook shot to get up to East Death Mountain?
Yeah, that's true. It could be all of the above. Maybe all 3 of those are in the desert area.
That's kind of the exciting part about the opening scene. That first 30 minutes of a randomizer is such an interesting mystery. Or you get like those 10-minute Dark World access seeds.
Yeah,
Or
you
those-
get Dark World
or those-
access in the village.
Yeah, or those 0-second Dark World access with inverted. It's great.
Just play inverted. That way you'll
play
never
inverted, yeah.
not have Dark World access. All right, here's our shovel dig up.
There it is. All
It
right.
was there the whole time.
And they had the shovel from back of Escape, so could have been a real quick Dark World access. But at the same time, you know, it's nice to be able to knock out some extra Light World locations. Probably wish they hadn't dipped Eastern, though.
Yeah, though a lot of the spots they'll probably end up checking regardless if they if they're on the hunt for items. Everything that they really checked was pretty dense locations, so it's more than likely they're gonna check those locations anyway. But it's that's how it works out, huh?
Yeah, for sure. All right, and Bonta following close behind. I don't know
that's
what
good.
Tstew's doing. Did he checked the back of the tavern? Might have thought he forgot it or something.
Yeah, that's what
It's an
I'm
easy
thinking.
one to do. And a heart piece from the sick kid, so yeah. And then we're going to be heading into the Dark World. I believe we have just the Skull Woods map, so we might get a map check right off the bat. And yeah, where do you go?
Don't really
You
have
got-
too much direction other than like
No.
the other locations.
I mean, I would probably, of course, go in and check the first 4 of Thieves.
Oh yeah, definitely check that.
Probably go ahead and just dip into Skull Woods. Oh, okay. So we got a crystal at Skull Woods and a crystal at Swamp.
So we will need to find that swamp small key, and hopefully it's not on the lumberjack ledge.
Oh, gosh.
All right, Tet is. I keep calling him Tet, but that's not. It's not T-E-T. It's T-S-T. I hope he doesn't hold it against me. Cause
I was
that's
wondering what you were doing. I thought you were calling him Ted, so I thought you
Ted?
guys were like
We're
we're like-
pals.
we're like buddies or something, like on a first name
Yeah.
basis.
Ted and I.
Ooh, we got a big key. Oh, the Desert Palace big key. Perfect.
Well, that's a little more direction down the Desert Palace. Might give him a little more incentive to walk down there. It's still a pretty long walk, though.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, like finding the flute or something would be very advantageous for routing down to desert. And then you could even go in the mire area if you wanted to be cool like that.
No, Ted's a pretty cool guy. I'm a little interested that both players decided to come up here to the Skullwoods area. I guess it's difficult to in Key Sanity to leave areas at all. Like you have to check everything.
Mm-hmm. Key Sandy
So,
is all about them double dips.
Yeah.
And
Fortunately, didn't get a small key, or rather, didn't get the. Wait, did he already check the? Oh wait, never mind. He already went the other way. I'm silly. He went the.
Yeah, he
the way
went
they
through
gave
the-
guaranteed key.
the guaranteed small key room.
Yeah.
It's kind of, unless you get an early Skullwoods key, that's kind of the norm.
I do
dropping-
like.
Dropping a Quake right here just to stun those Gibdos. We got another big 20. So we got 2 big 20s, Desert Palace big key, and a guaranteed small key. That's it.
Oh, that was really scary. Almost got sandwiched there by those Gibdos. Got the statue up just in time. Dude, grabbing this thing with the door constantly opening and closing is so difficult.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels awful. I hate it. Also, very interesting play from Bonta. Starting with that item and grabbing the small key will allow him to just walk in this entrance here, go get the 2 on the left, and then come back.
Huh.
I would actually. Oh no, he's probably gonna grab the 2 on the one on the right, and then the 2 on the left, and then Death Warp.
I like go down and grab the guaranteed key, I suppose. If he, no, but he's not gonna do that. This is interesting because this actually makes a small key from Skull Woods pickup necessary, right? Because he's gonna have to. He's not gonna have that free key into.
He might go
Montula
grab
anymore.
it if he's thinking ahead.
That's true.
He'd probably go down here and grab this one.
Yeah, but he'd have to use it to leave, unless he saves and quits.
Well,
or dies.
No, he'd grab it and then he'd Death Warp to get back to the entrance.
Oh, that's true because his save isn't on the fall down spot. It's on the door. Yeah, I gotcha.
But yeah, that is kind of it's a little interesting, but ooh, gotta be careful. You do not want to die in the overworld.
Oh, jeez. Of course, the guy in the bush comes out and's like,
"Hey,
I heard you wanted to die in the overworld." Yeah, I heard that Willard talking. Here I am.
Oh, that's a nice find. Oh, that's not good.
Nice find.
All right,
Thanks, guy in the bush. He contributed to this.
Yeah, dying in the Dark World, like in Skullwoods, just in general, is just it's so awful. Because you gotta walk all the way back, and you don't have any boots, you don't have a flute. You gotta walk. We got a map for Thieves Town. How convenient.
Which is a crystal. Yep.
All right. So, a lot of info. Still looking for those last 2 pendant dungeons, but at this point, they could both be Meyer and T-Rock. One of them could be Pod. I'm just listing out stuff that's obvious at this point. Another Pod small key, so that puts us at 3.
3 already? Wow, and we have the Mystic at the 4th. Oh, unless you were counting that one, I guess.
Yes. That's what I was doing.
Okay, gotcha.
I was exactly doing that.
Understand you a little bit more today, Willard. What do I call this guy? Sorry.
Tstew.
Tstew is.
That's what I've been calling him.
Oh yeah, I keep wanting to like put TS space 2, but I guess Stew also works, doesn't it?
The capital T makes me think it's separate from the rest of the name. That's what I'm rolling with. If he wants to fight us after this, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm totally down for that.
If I'm wrong, I'm just gonna put it on you now.
Only on Speed Gaming 5. We got Turtle Rock small key here at Thieves Town, so that is one of the 4 technically required T-Rock small keys. Now, of course, you can get through all of T-Rock with just 3 if you skip that really obnoxious lava chest, the vanilla big key location. So
yeah, but that one's still nice cane of Samaria here in Thieves Town. The first 4 paying off here. I feel like this is a very common play in Kisanli. It gets a heart piece. I was worried that Tstew was going to get another heart refill right before trying the Death Warp, but luckily it didn't happen this time.
Yeah, and luckily Death Warping in this dungeon with green mail is super easy. Both those Zizaks do 2 hearts damage each. But Cane of Samaria is nice find. Never mind. I was gonna say
all right.
Meyer access, but we don't have boots or hookshot yet. So
or the food or
oh yeah. I was watching an inverted seed, but they don't have the mirror either, so that's not even an option. I'm just getting a little bit ahead of this.
But other than all of those things, we are almost there, yeah.
So we're basically in go mode, is what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah, that's what I understand, yeah. Alright, on to the digging game here. We'll be able to find the item within 30 digs. Didn't take too many, but it is just a compass of Eastern.
I'm surprised TC's not grabbing like a couple more rupees or something. There's still, you gotta still consider like, well, I mean, other than opening up Pod for 110, there's the 500 rupees you need for Zora. But, he's got a bunch of chests coming up. There's a good chance he's gonna find what he needs.
Yeah, and I suppose, as you mentioned earlier, Houlihan's always an option if it comes down to it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I really just need 225 rupees.
There you go.
Oh,
I was gonna chime in, but I was like, no, he's got this. I believe in him.
If you happen to need exactly that many rupees, Houlihan is your game. We're gonna take the frog on a little tour
Ooh, that's
here.
a nice find.
Down to the Stumpy's old boots, which she won't need anymore. And now we have fast mode going on here. Be able to check out 2 more items up in the north part of the light world.
And we're also
We do have the mitts.
gonna get eyes on the second Pyramid Fairy Crystal coming up right now. We do know one is at Desert. Where is the other one? Tell us, mister. Oh, Pod.
It's pot. It's not too bad.
So
Having the bow already, that's actually not that bad.
So Tower of Hera, Ice Palace, Mire, and T-Rock. 2 of those will be our pendant dungeons. The other 2 will be regular crystals. And depending on which is which, that could make for a very different end game, I'd say.
Tstew almost taking a death right there, right before getting into this cave. That
Yeah.
bumping into that that Moblin guy does a 2 hearts. Wow, hype cave paying off already.
Woo. Hookshot, Eastern Palace, big key. So that is a. They could go get the green pendant now.
Wow, yeah, they really
That's always how it
could.
works. I would assume straight up to Death Mountain at this point.
Yep, I would enjoy that play as well. But of course, we have to go deliver the blacksmith because he doesn't like going in some doors. Oh, but we'll take him into the grave first. I'm sure he'll like that instead.
Can we leave him there?
This is your home now.
Can you like push the grave entrance like back on top to close it? Just some bombs.
I'm sure a dwarf would enjoy some bombs.
Well, this could be huge for Tstew since Bonta did not grab the blacksmith. Probably hoping to wait, find the mirror, and be able to do it a little bit quicker. So if this ends up having something valuable or useful like a hammer or the flute or the mirror, just to name a few good items.
Bonta is heading back up. He's gonna check the dude here. I guess he didn't do that before.
Oh, that's a nice find. There's the mirror.
It indeed was the mirror, Willard. You nailed it.
I called it. Well, that's good. I like how just instantly we get both ways of access to East Death Mountain, all in one shot.
Bonta is instead starting at home here. Where is he gonna go? He's going back into the Dark World? He was just here though, wasn't he? Or is he going down the desert?
This
Ooh,
might
he
be the
is.
desert play. Does have, well, I mean, key sandy boots aren't required to complete desert generally, but having them will be able to allow you to check one more item. And the blacksmith's just holding 100 rupees, so some mighty forged rupees.
Having the big key as well, he'll actually be able to complete this dungeon. Won't be able to check the items on the right side without that small key, but however, we'll be able to beat up land mullahs, so that's probably what's going to be happening here.
The only thing
Well,
that's
Tstew is gonna cash in on that hook shot.
the only concern I see is not having very good. I mean, it's good equipment for taking on land mullahs, not what generally we're used to. You know, we usually have like a fire rod or even an ice rod. So it's going to be some Master Sword spins, or maybe we'll just go straight up NMG and just go bow only. I don't know.
You know, I'm thinking here with Master Sword as your main kind of weapon here and having the bow, this is practically NMG because the
never mind.
slashes don't do all that great. Oh, okay, never mind. We'll use Burn on land mullahs.
Yeah, Burna just decimates that boss. See if you have enough magic. Oh, and the good boomerang. I like that.
Yeah, he's getting it. Oh boy.
All right, what's the hint say? Unique item in Kakariko Well. Which one? There was a sword, a moon pearl, and the glove in there.
There's a lot of nice items there in the well. It put Blind's Hut to shame, that's for sure. Like, you get these 2 spots in the north part of town that each have 5 items, and one of them completely outshining the other.
And we keep on. Oh, look, there's the other boomerang. We keep on finding maps like right outside their dungeon. We got the Tower of Hera map, so we'll get eyes on another dungeon. So we might actually know about all of our crystals and pendants pretty quickly.
Got another Turtle Rock
Basically,
key. There's
yeah, just
number
need
2.
one more map to kind of be able to use process of. Well, if we get a map and it leads to a pendant, then there's still that 50-50 between the other 2. Check it. It's a pendant.
There's a
Gross.
pendant.
All right, so Mire, T-Rock, or Ice is going to be our last pendant.
Well,
Which one would you want to be a pendant?
Probably. Well, I don't know. I would say T-Rock, but I also would end up dipping T-Rock myself for sure.
Damn.
I don't know. Meyer is easy to clear, to be honest. It has a bunch of items in there too, so I actually don't feel bad about going in there without the big key.
I'd probably hope Ice Palace is, since I already have, then they already have the big key for it. Would be nice if that was a crystal, but knowing how, oh my god, there's another T-Rock key. So that's what, 3? That's all. It's 3 out of the 4 that we need.
If the hammer's up here, we might just go in there if it happens to be Quake.
I mean, won't be able to check like the chest on the right or kill Trinex, but we are getting some nice bow strats here.
Yeah, he landed 4 of his shots.
Dude, if you get that straight northbound jump from a land mollusk, it's so nice. Because of course, like you can only have tempered sword on floating island.
Ooh, that's
accessible right now. That's a good fight.
Yeah, it really is.
And a heart container from land mollusk, so.
All things considering, that was actually a pretty good land mollusk fight considering our equipment.
All right, what we got up in Hookshot Cave? A heart container. A compass. That's a cannon's tower. Nice.
We'll have an accurate count on when we find the big key, but this is also key sanity, so we're probably not going to be there.
Oh, wow. Swamp. It's not the one you want to see.
That was not the best.
You know, the curious thing is this going to end up being one of those seeds where it's 0 out of 22 for GT.
Yeah.
The dream. The key sanity dream.
We will find, there's always a hint to, nice free pod key there in Agnes Cave. There's always a hint to the GT big key somewhere in the game, so it's highly likely you'll know where it is by the time you get to GT.
Mm-hmm. I mean, worst case scenario is that hint is the one over in Dark Ice Rock Cave.
Or Agina. Or, I'm sorry, Aghanom's Tower.
Yeah.
Tstew going down to Spike Cave, I guess.
He's checking.
Oh, yeah, he has the mirror and doing all sorts of routing with that, so that makes sense.
This would be a good place to put a hammer, in my opinion.
Up in Hera, we have to walk all the way around. I guess he has the mirror.
No big keys, so we can't go upstairs at all, but, ooh, get that map. Get that map. Is it a good map? It is! That's a very good map. Alright, if this is our last pendant... Well, it depends. If it's our last pendant, then yes. If it's a crystal, then there's still a 50-50 between Ice and Meyer.
That's right. We got one of our joke hints that's displayed in green.
Oh!
Tstew, you are the hero. I don't know if that was... Okay, well at least he has the mirror.
Yeah, he was trying to go for that risky spin speed. But he was like trying to move down just enough so he didn't go through his portal or hit the dead rock.
Well, he got an extra heart container out of it from that RP,
yeah,
so it was fine.
It totally worked out.
Doing the spin speed there and the one like exiting the left side of Desert Palace, those were really scary.
And just a big 20. No, check what T-Rock.
Oh. Did he end up checking out Spiral Cave either? Well, we'll find out, because Bonta's going in there right now.
I think he did.
Did he?
Because usually you go up to Paradox Cave, Spiral, go down, go through the port. Yeah, he did. I'm sure he did. Because he came from the bottom of Super Bunny Cave.
Oh, did he? Oh, yeah, that's right, he did. Okay, I'm sorry. I understand perfectly now. Yes, you got that heart piece, I'm sure.
All right, and Tstew's going to have a little bit easier of a time on Land Moles 2, having this Tempered Sword in hand, which is going to work out pretty nice. But now that we've seen bits and pieces of all of this overworld, what is the next play? What do we got?
Mirror lock locations look pretty good right now. There's not many of them. Like
Circle of Bushes.
The Pose and the Graveyard Ledge.
Pose. Could be Eastern Palace Big Chest or Armos Knight or Green Pendant. That's 3 items over there.
Yeah, it really is. And then Pod, actually, we have a lot of Pod keys. And we can get even another one from the purple chest.
And
So
unfortunately, we can't get to pod at this point.
oh yeah, we don't have access to the eastern side
Yeah.
of the Dark Road quite yet, huh?
So who knows? This could be one of those rare castle tower Aga plays just to get to right Dark World. But there is that fancy water walk setup from Skull Woods, and based on some of the practice that I saw Bonta doing before the race, I'm sure they're pretty well versed in that.
Oh, so it was Quake for Turtle Rock, huh? All right.
Yeah. So
find that
that
hammer.
Link's House Quake, very valuable.
Yeah.
Swamp first chest, you need a flippers to get one of those, so that's out. They could sequence break into ice just to check the hint.
Oh boy.
No one's gonna do that. Man, I gotta say, I'm thinking, oh, and Bonta not even going to Hera. Oh.
Nor grabbing the tempered sword.
Interesting. The skipping of tempered swords, oh, Tstew's missing the blue boomerang. I don't agree.
Oh my gosh, he
What are
has
these
the red
players
one,
who-
so maybe he figures that it's fine enough.
Such disrespect. Well, yeah, it could be Zora. That's a possibility as well. We still need to get those flippers to get that fire out. You know, with boots in hand, you could do the stored water walk glitch to go get that fire rod and skip the flippers entirely. Of course, for that situation, we do need the flippers to complete Swamp Palace, but that is a possibility. Maybe. Yeah, at this point, what? Eastern? Zora?
I actually really like... Oh gosh, I don't want to say I like doing Eastern in this situation, but it really is 3 items. It doesn't really get much more like dense than that. There's the blacksmith stuff, I guess. Knowing that it's a pod key out of it, you might be a little more tempted to do it, but without the hammer pegs, you can't do that. You can't check the bat while you're over there. So it's really just the one item you don't know from the blacksmith himself, which
was $100.
Yeah, we already done. So
yeah.
Bonta giving some slashes there, seeing that small key up there.
Not a big fan.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, this is when Key Sandy kind of gets a little, well, just when Rando gets a little interesting in general, when you're down to these few checks left and, you know, you're kind of, both players are kind of getting bottlenecked into that one location you need to go to.
Bonta's headed back up to Hera.
Yeah, this is a good call. You know, it's 3 items up here versus the 3 items in Eastern.
It's a nice little stair speed there. I don't even know what you call that, but I like stair speed. I have a lot of trouble doing that. The finger gymnastics are a little much for me.
Yeah, there's the one where you like you're holding out your sword and then you do a hook speed and then you kind of like hold out your sword and walk up really fast.
Yeah.
My favorite is to set up the spin speed and then like pick up a bomb and then you kind of do this weird like wacky back and forth as you go up the stairs really fast. Game's weird.
You just wiggle with the bomb and you go really fast. Like
you just gotta make sure you toss it before
like
it
Adam
blows
West.
You up. Yeah. Exactly, just like that. But upstairs. So only slightly.
Right.
I'm sure Bonta's feeling good about Master Sword and, you know, the chances of finding another sword somewhere else. But, you know, just that slight advantage, the sword advantage between Master and Tempered is pretty big.
Yeah, considering how early we are, and I say early just because of how few dungeons we have completed right now, that's an extra bit of combat that'll actually work out in Tstew's favor. Bonta is out. He's not over there. He's not going over the check-it quite yet. Tstew's trying to get spin speed off these stairs. Can you?
I know.
Are these actually stairs?
They're not.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen that done, so I'm assuming it's not a thing. I like, you can get spin speed off of the Thieves Town entrance. That's a fun one.
Oh, wow, really? I didn't know that. I do like the Eastern Palace big chest. You can do that one as well. And the big key chest in EP. Well, both players going to the same spot.
Assuming this is a graveyard check, maybe grab purple chest as well.
That's what I'm thinking. watching long strings of spin speed.
Spin
Flip
speed.
whatever.
That glitch is just amazing. It's one of my
so funny.
favorites. Whoop. Spin speed. Well, you can't spin speed with the purple chest. It's just not a thing.
Oh,
Sorry.
can you not pick it back up either?
No,
Oh
you
yeah.
can't.
You have to turn it off before picking it up again. That's
What you have
pretty
to
funny.
do, you just do the hookshot thing where you hookshot something and then dash as soon as you finish the hookshot.
Yeah, because it hasn't caught back up to you yet, the chest.
Mhm.
Just like that, in fact.
Oh, did Bonta not have the mirror the first time up to Death Mountain? That would explain it. Okay. That's why.
Yeah, that's right, because he just recently got that. Okay. Did he check? I would assume he looked at it then.
Yeah.
So he knows it's there. Oh,
We
hello.
got a small key. Castle Tower.
Pod.
Thieves.
He's
Town.
That
That's
doesn't help
useless.
us at all.
That's nothing. I've
Look how-
never been more excited about seeing a small key.
Equally disappointed.
Oh yeah, wait. No, we already knew that. Wait.
I'm not waiting any
Oh,
longer,
T-Rock was
really.
the last pendant. Okay, yeah, we didn't see that earlier. So we do know where all the crystals and pendants are. And shouts to our tracker for filling them out.
Figures we
Appreciate
have
it.
3 Turtle Rock keys already. Really makes me think something's on Laser Bridge.
That would be funny.
It's another pod key.
We knew that, remember?
Oh yeah, we did know that, didn't we?
We got the hint for that.
Dang it.
Oh, I forgot about Bombo's tablet as well. This is kind of getting down to the wire. We're kind of running out of spots to check. We need that access to East Dark World to get to the pod area, I think.
This is another pod key.
And a bottle.
No, I mean it's fine, but not exactly what we want. Eastern is looking highly likely now.
I think it's either that, Zora, or Graveyard Ledge. That's pretty much all we got at this point.
Just taking a second there to think about where the heck do I go next.
Now what do I do?
Is this Eastern? Nope, we're going down. Yep, never mind. We're going now. Okay, we're going to Armos.
Nope.
No, we're not.
We're checking the thing. Oh, because I don't think Tstew did any of the Zora fake flipper stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. With the 600 rupees in hand, maybe he wants to be able to do all that before going up to Zora. But
Man, I would so go for the stored water walk. It's so easy to do, especially if you do like the safety bomb strats to make sure you don't fail the fake flipper setup. Because if you store a water walk but fail the fake flipper, it kills the stored water walk. And then you'd have to go back up to Ice Rock Cave.
Oh no.
These spin speeds are not working in his favor. All right. Do you think there's going to be a hammer in this big chest or at Armos?
Yes.
You got to think. Early bow, early Eastern Palace, big key. If neither of these players had gone to Eastern initially, they would have gone straight there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Guaranteed it.
You say early Eastern Palace, big key, but man, it could have been a little bit earlier than it was. That would have been pretty convenient. But I do like how they're both going different places. Bonta just trying to capitalize on skipping out on the rest of Eastern Palace here. Like, I don't want to go back there.
It's a pendant, but this is all dungeons, though. It'd be completely different.
Oh yeah, I'd be back here in a heartbeat if it was all dungeons.
But it's not.
But it's not.
So there's no point in talking about it.
Maybe wishing it is at this point.
Hey!
It's not there.
Some good old
man.
Zora money. All right, what's in the big chest? Big money, big money, big money.
It's not there.
The big money was in Graveyard Ledge. All right,
That leaves 3 spots.
I'm anticipating this might be what I was talking about earlier. Or, no, because Bonta already did purple chest, so this might be that setup that I was talking about to
Was he running up to Skull Woods?
water
No,
walk to get over to East Dark World. I didn't even see it.
Yeah, what?
What a jerk. Go back. I saw nothing.
He doesn't have the cape anyway, but still.
It's good to know. All right, let's see this setup. What? You could just do the right side? Oh man, I've been doing it wrong for years.
I
By
know, I
years,
know.
I mean a
I
couple
don't
days.
know this. I'll
Watch
take
this.
your
Let's see if he checks it.
experience.
If you charge your sword, oh, he doesn't even. Wow,
It's confident.
that is some confidence right there. So the way you could check if you're in, if you have a stored water walk, is if you hold out your sword and walk up and down a ladder or like stairs or whatever. Not stairs. These little ladders. If you still retain your speed, then you're in stored water walk and just a fire shield.
Oh my gosh.
So
Zora green pendant, yeah.
Zora green pendant. Nice thing about this for Bonta is might actually be able to skip all of Eastern Palace, and we'll be able to do Catfish and Zora at the same time. Yo, if Zora's the flippers, man, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to check it soon too. Got a mirror right there. I mean, he'll have to walk all the way back down to keep his Eastern Dark World access, I suppose. But
I'm just surprised. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I had finished. Do not worry.
Oh, there it is. The hammer. Wow. Oh, that is wild. Not checking Zora. Interesting.
Yeah, I guess he's just banking on it being the flippers, I guess. But he still needs the flippers anyway, so I don't know about that.
Well, either way, this is going to work out for Bonta, because as soon as Pod is a bust, they'll go right in, right into Eastern, get their hammer, and then go right back into. Well, we don't have the big key for Pod, so.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But if we find it in there, oh baby, could be stupid. All right, well, hammer. Yeah, we still got to go to Pod. It's something to
going to Pod. It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Or pyramid. It's.
Ooh,
what is
maybe
this?
it's a Pod key.
Maybe it's the Pod key. It's. Hey, look! It says Skullwood's key Bonta needed. That's perfect.
Yeah, he wants one, so it's fine.
Wow, what a generous game.
Less useless than we thought.
Well, regardless, Bonta is going to have to go kill Armos Knights for that stupid green pendant. So not going to lose that much time going in here. Unless, like, there's a pod key in here and Bonta could have, you know, had the hammer and done pod in one go, but whatever.
I would love to go into Pod having 5, so you can open that front door and not have to loop around the bow side like 4 times trying to get everything.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, without the hammer, he's going to have to mirror out regardless.
Oh, yeah.
So he's kind of locked out.
Yeah, he'll have to open up that center door if he wants to actually do anything too significant.
I'm curious. I feel like Tstew should have another key. So we'll have to wait until we get in there to see. I don't...
Was there one found through fake flippering?
Oh, I think Hobo had one, yeah.
Okay, that makes a little more sense then. So the flippers may very well just be here.
Nice half magic. I mean, regardless, Pod is the next answer. Like, I don't think we have anything else to do at this point.
We could do...
Except Peg Cave.
Hammer pegs, yeah, and Spike Cave.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah, we do have Burna. I believe Tstew did get the Burna cane out of Desert Palace as well. And the blue boomerang. Or no, he skipped the blue boomerang, but he got the Burna.
What the heck was that?
Good job, Pod. Well designed. Oh, Turtle Rock.
Oh yeah, Turtle Rock is kind of a big area that's open.
Gross. That's disgusting. But I like it. I can get behind that.
Did you check that hint? I totally missed what it was.
I'm gonna watch on the restream because I didn't see it either.
Watch. Oh, we did check it. Oh.
That's why it was so quick. Grumble, grumble.
Is that the Pod?
Oh, wow, that's the Turtle Rock. There you go. That's amazing. Just need to find the last T-Rock small key, and then you still can't do all of it because we need that fire rod. Is this gonna be like flippers in T-Rock to go get the fire rod? To go back to T-Rock to like check right side or something dumb?
Yes, that's exactly what this is gonna be.
Oh, there's the butter sword. Well, that's gonna work out for Bonta.
Yeah, it sure will. He'll be able to get his tempered sword without having to worry about the one up on Death Mountain. I can't imagine he'll go grab it now.
Yeah. If there's anything people, if a butter sword out of the way is often skipped, I'd say. At least for the majority of these runners.
That was a hammer yelp from Bonta. I'm gonna be able to skip using a small key in order to access these chests over here. Not gonna have the big key though, so can't check the big chest, of course. But saving pod, small keys is super great in every situation that you can.
Ooh, that's a nice find.
Ooh.
There's that Swamp Palace small key, that one unique key.
That's our access to Swamp Palace. No, we don't have the flippers. Never mind.
But we
Here
need the
come
flippers to get the fire rod. Oh, it's Skullwood's big key too. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, I was like, where are you going? I want to see that bow side. Here's the problem, though. Well, Bonta still doesn't have access, really, to... Still needs to go to Eastern. Now, what I want to see from Bonta... Actually, well... Yeah, especially Bonta, is... check these two over here on bow side. Death Warp, save and continue. Check that... Oh, but he wants to do... Gotta do Eastern first.
Crumble.
That's one of the things that you could do a lot in Key Sanity is the term is save scumming, or, you know...
Oh, to
taking a
save
Death
keys.
Warp, to save and continue, to check the key, and then do a soft reset to get the key back.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, I like, it's really useful here, and it can be useful in Turtle Rock as well. But that's a big time commitment, I feel, to do that.
Mhm.
I don't know. If you hard reset, though, doesn't it put you back at the file select anyway? Or back at the where you want to start? It doesn't put you right back in the dungeon, does it?
No, but you get the key back. That's the whole point.
That's true. Yeah, that's a big time commitment to walk all the way back to a dungeon, especially pod.
Well, I mean, what Bonta could do is this: get the hammer, then go back in, Death Warp, save and continue, check that chest.
So nothing anyone
Soft
would ever
reset.
do.
Hey, you know, I think we might be seeing that for the lava chest, or, you know, something coming up in T-Rock. I've seen so many Key Sanity races that came down to that stupid chest having something valuable.
Like the ice rod.
Like the ice rod or required medallion. Tstew not doing the hammer jump, so we'll be using up the last key.
Okay, so he'll need to find anything else to get to Helmasaur, you know, as well as the big key, so he's still on the hunt for two more things then.
And it looks like we're not going to see that first chest from either player. So we'll have to wait and check that out later.
He's gonna go to the big chest and then get reminded that he does not have the big key. And he's gone. Nothing else
All
to
right.
do.
What's next? I'd say T-Rock seems like the good play.
T-Rock does seem extremely likely in the situation. He's trying to think, man, I don't want to go to T-Rock. Alright, let's go to T-Rock.
Well, I mean, it's either that or we check like some out-of-the-way single locations like, you know, Zora, Peg Cave.
Spike Cave, that's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, it is Spike Cave.
Oh, okay. That's a lot easier when you have that half magic as well. Though he's got plenty of help too if he wants to just tank most of it.
So coming up to Armos Knights, going to get the hammer here very shortly after turning in the green pendant that he suspects is something.
Yeah. It kind of has to be for him.
Else. Yeah.
It doesn't feel good to last location a progression item like the hammer.
No, at least it's the hammer and not anything else. Like super late game. Hammer locks so many things that it's pretty welcome. Oh, man.
Oh! Whoa! That is a good find. The Ganon's Tower Big Key in Spike Cave. Now, that is a location that players often put off forever, so...
Yes, myself included. I would get my butt kicked with this seed if the hint for that happened to be in a really bad spot. Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, there are some really bad hint spots, like the one in Dark World Ice Rod. You know, the one left side Mire is pretty bad if you want to try and skip that stuff. Who knows? It could just be sitting right in the entrance of T-Rock. That's possible, too.
Yeah.
But good idea, Tstew. Being efficient, playing safe, just go ahead and knock that out. Who knows? Maybe to him, he was thinking that could have been, you know, maybe something that would help out in T-Rock. He still doesn't know about that Fire Rod yet. Speaking of which, this might be that thing I was talking about earlier. Yep, that is a Bonta's going to go ahead and store a water walk here. Set the fake flipper and going to go get that fire rod before he makes that trip up to Death Mountain to go to T-Rock. So
that's interesting. Yeah. I can
I like
actually
this.
see this in action. I haven't actually seen this before.
Oh, didn't mean to dash through that. All right, don't mess this up. Hey. So yeah, right now Bonta has a stored water walk. So if they were like to go up to Hobo and like hop down, straight down, you'd be walking. Now the one thing you got to make sure you do to make this easier is you can go into Waterfall Cave. Just go right in, come right back out. Like you can't go in and check the chests. Though Bonta already did that anyway.
Is this the thing that if you move right or left, it messes up?
Yeah, it'll kill the stored water walk. And now Bonta will be able to go all the way around Zora, hop down the ledge, and we'll be water walking. So it's really cool. I like it. And it's something that can be required in modes like overworld glitches. So you kind of get used to learning it.
Nice.
I'm gonna check Zora as well, maybe?
We did?
This is risky, though. Oh, there's the flippers. The first chest.
We did learn that the 5/6 crystal big red bomb has nothing of consequence.
Nice.
So we'll be able to skip that.
All right, there you go. There's that fire rod. So the thing about that Zora play is that, you know, if that ended up being something like a small key, you couldn't get it. Because if you got it, it would kill your water walk and your fake flipper and all that. But if you left, it would despawn, and then you'd have to pay another 500 to get it. So,
Oh gosh.
bit of a risk. But Tstew getting dunked on by them chain chomps. I don't blame them. Those things do quite a bit of damage. And
Yeah, 4 hearts on Grey Mails, not anything to sneeze at. I mean, we do have 11 hearts, but that's still only 3 hits.
yeah, they add up. Surprised for this being normal mode. We're still sitting on that green mail. I wonder where the mail upgrades are.
You know, I was just thinking that with Bonta going straight to T-Rock and not checking out Spike Cave first for his Ganeth Tower big key. Spike Cave is probably one of the first places you're going to go after GT if you don't have it.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll actually elude him for that long, even if he doesn't have it right away.
Well, the problem is, you know, it could be a difference of a one-player full clearing GT looking for the big key.
Yeah, of course. But I'm just saying if like the hint for GT big key happens to be somewhere extremely awful, almost as awful as that Deadrock placement, in fact. Then I don't think it'll be a huge stretch. It's not like he's going to be dipping down into deep independent dungeons looking for it randomly. He's probably going to find it very quickly after that.
He might go like into Tower of Hera or something if he finds the big key for that, and then do Spike Cave or something. But we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, just a little.
Who knows? He might go and do Spike Cave right after this if T-Rock is a bust. You got to be careful there. Tstew taking a lot of damage.
Is deciding that he's not going to find the ice rod. That he's just going to... Yo, Sank Heart!
Perfect timing.
Just in time, yeah. Without the fire rod and the ice rod, Tstew figures that there's no way I'm going to go fight Trinex anyway. I might as well just use my key to open this door.
Yeah.
And I think that's perfectly fine, especially considering that this is a pendant dungeon.
Mm-hmm. So for his sake, as long as Trinex doesn't have anything, and he doesn't have to go running around wildly for that T-Rock small key. But I'm going to be curious to see what is on the right side. This could very easily be a required double dip into T-Rock. You know, go get the flippers to get the fire rod to come back to get a big key on the right side or something like that.
Yeah.
So this could be a great equalizer for Bonta.
Oh, I am excited. I can't believe he's not doing the hover to light these like we saw him doing earlier.
It's the difference between casual mode and tournament mode. Casual mode Bonta. Or maybe even just like SRL race Bonta. Small key 2, desert.
That's so we still don't know.
We don't know. That could be extremely useful or completely useless. And I can't imagine when we're going to find out about that. He probably might not go back there until
the end.
He has the flute or something and checks Meyer or something. Ooh, there's a big key for Tower of Hera. All right. Gross.
another pendant, yeah.
Wonderful. Well, we haven't seen what's on the pedestal yet, so you never know. Could be something dumb.
Well, yeah, with that we are just... Oh man, Bonta also getting bodied by these chain chomps. It's not a good
Yeah.
day. Yeah, half magic Burna, just go right through.
Yeah, it's a good thing this is normal mode, because that would have been a death with that Burna. We've been seeing a lot of hard mode used in the tournament so far, and when in hard mode, that Burna does not grant you invulnerability for rooms outside of like Laser Bridge, Spike Cave, and some of the spike rooms in like Mire and Ice Palace. So that's a one. That's a weird one to get used to as well.
Does it really work for those rooms? I find it so awkward that because you
does.
don't need it normally
Mm-hmm.
by logic to get those items, but it's weird that it's an addition for that in hard mode. Are you sure, Willard?
I am sure, because I played a hard mode yesterday, and I used Kata Berta to get the chest in Misery Mire, and it worked. Actually, no, I take that back. I used Cape, which does 3 times magic use in expert mode, and it was normal use, so.
Well, that's proof enough for me, I guess.
Oh, silvers, nice. Mikan, do you even play Randomizer?
I don't know why that's a thing. I don't understand why that's a thing. Because you don't even need you don't even need it for that in the logic. So it's just strange that it's available like that. Yo, Tstew. Well, logic doesn't look for those invincibility items for those spike rooms in Ice Palace.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they don't.
So that's why it's weird to me. Anyway, Tstew now remembering about Spiral Cave. So I mean, this is actually pretty convenient timing to come check this.
Yeah. So he didn't check Spiral. So I don't know what he did then when he was routing the East Death Mountain. All right, so we have some big keys. We can now do all of Swamp Palace.
Swamp and Ice are looking pretty good for me right now. Of course, Swamp Palace being a crystal and Ice Palace also being a crystal that I just noticed. Both equally good. We also know that the West Wing of Swamp Palace isn't anything of consequence, so you don't have to like worry about that gamble at all.
Yeah, I would go straight for Swamp just because it seems, I don't know. It's tough because like Ice Palace, of course, has the 3 hints, and those hints could be valuable, especially for Bonta, who's still looking for the GT Big Key and still looking for that 1 hint that is in every single Key Sanity Seed. But I don't know. Either one of them, either one of those dungeons work, and we're not really even at that point of considering like go moding dungeons yet. We still need Thieves Town Big Key, Mire Big Key, Pod Big Key, and Flute, maybe even a medallion for Mire. So
yeah, it's still an impressive number of items we're still looking for this lane to a seed. Though I guess with Key Sanity that's expected.
I'm curious to see what's in that right side of desert, but we're never gonna see that anytime soon.
No, we won't see that anytime. But I'm a big fan of that one. Maybe he feels like since he did go get the fire rod, that it's worth following up on, just to take that advantage, potential advantage even further. But I'm not sure about that one.
Tstew popping in here just for the hint is gonna be have himself a laugh as soon as he gets that fire rod off Azora's Ledge.
Oh yeah, yeah, because he doesn't know about that yet, does he?
No, he hasn't done any of this.
Yeah, he's probably just gonna walk right back down, I imagine, go back in there.
Dude, Bonta with 4 hearts, basically 1-hit KO, still, doing the laser skips for at least 3 of the lasers. Pretty risky, but gets through it just fine. And let's see what the next play is. This might be the play straight to Swamp at this point, it looks like.
Heading down. So I think with the current layout that Tstew's in, I can imagine just going right back into Ice Palace after picking this up.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to see both dungeons at the same time.
And I believe he has a couple potions in case things get a little hectic down there. And who knows, we might get like a blue mail or something coming up.
Where is GT Big Key? Someone is asking to Ganondorf Big Key is in the Spike Cave. Tstew has found it. And we do not know where the hint is that points to it quite yet.
Could be in this first hint right in front of Swamp Palace. Could be one of the 3 in Ice Palace.
Okay, Tstew proving me wrong. He's not going to go back down to Ice Palace from here anyway.
I'm expecting Swamp. Especially because he's like half, you know, his magic's down, his health is down a little bit. It's nice having like full health for that first room in Swamp Palace. All right, what's this hint say? Unique item requires a bomb. Well, that could be anything.
Could be anything. I actually don't like finding hints that are vague like that. Like,
Yeah.
this is off someone friendly. I have no idea what I just got off
Right.
friendly people.
Like, you know, a heart container on someone friendly. Like, I don't remember. How can you make me remember these things? Small key. Tuck it. 2 Ganon's Tower small keys in Swamp thus far. Because we know there's one on the left side.
Yeah, that's true. You just crash them together and make a big key out of it. You won't have to go find it.
It's like heart pieces and heart containers. You just need to put 4 together and you get one big key.
Take all 4 Ganon's Tower small keys. That's a new mode. That's when they add crafting.
Dude, Mikon, we're just sitting here, we're tossing out all these just fantastic ideas that I think would be perfect for the randomizer.
Yeah,
you know,
I'd
let's
throw it in the hashtag suggestions channel.
Yeah, if you got any crazy wacky ideas, guys, head on right over to the ALTTPR Discord. Hop down to that suggestions text channel. Tell us what you think. Make sure to tag them, the developers, especially VTorp. He loves that. Especially since they got rid of the whole tile in pod that said to send up a screenshot. I missed that one. It's a good one.
Yeah, I missed that. You can also see, if you go to that channel, Willard asking for easier swordless Ganon every day.
Hold on, I gotta do that right now.
Your daily suggestion, yeah. You could break a big key down to 4 small keys. Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen in Randomizer when it comes out. You'll be able to do that. You'll be able to Is that actually useful anywhere? No.
All right, I did the thing. All right, we're good.
Nice, thanks.
Thanks for the daily reminder to remind me for the daily reminder for the devs to make Silverless Hammer Ganon more viable. I'm gonna make some signs and put them outside my house. All right, sorry, I was too busy doing funny stuff. Anything else in Swamp come up?
No, not at all. That hint for the left side, that was in Turtle Rock, right? They both have that hint, I think. There's the cape. And
Ice
the other Ice Palace key. All right. Maybe Bonta's probably wishing he actually saw what was on the cave now, the bumper ledge. He probably saw it and we just didn't.
He probably did. He wouldn't run up there to just pretend to check it. I mean, come on.
Maybe that was part of his setup for the dash thing. Going to check the bumper ledge.
I feel like for the randomizer, we should have, you know, like a yearly vote. We could put some amendments up for like certain wacky stuff, like making Hammer Silverless Ganon more viable. I'd vote for that. I got my sticker here already. I just haven't put it on yet. I'm ready.
I voted for swordless help. Bonta is getting a little bodied here by Argus. He started to do the little quick kill thing, but it got away from him, and now he's getting a little low on the health here. Silver Arrows should be able to take care of this as long as he's not standing directly above Argus.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious that Argus can damage you while he's jumping up in the air like that.
Oh yeah, I've died that way before. Oh, jeez, that was a little close. I think he does 3 hearts if he hits you, so 3 hearts with the big guy and 2 hearts with the little guys, I think. But Swamp coming up pretty empty other than that GT small key and a small key for ice and the cape. But who knows, maybe that cape will be like, we'll be poking at Bonta like, hey, you know that one spike cave? It's pretty spiky. You know what would be good for that? Some some invisibility. Yeah.
I'm sure
that's his thought process right now.
Yeah. He's going to Ice Palace first though.
Yeah, this is smart. I'm sure Tstew's gonna do the exact same thing right afterwards.
I thought it was
guys having
Water Walk again.
Oh, just set up Water Walk for Ice Palace. That makes sense. Both these guys having a little bit of trouble with that Argus fight. Thankfully, having 12 hearts and 13 hearts, you can kind of be a little bit a little wild and crazy kids.
I think Vitor might be listening to you, Willard. He's got the reply already.
I'm not gonna look at it. It's gonna make me mad, whatever it is.
It's alright, Rambo's got your back.
Nah, I'm not even reading that either.
As usual.
Got him. All right. Well, we do have, as it says, via the compass icon at the top of Bonta's HUD, there are 8 items in here. Now there are 7 that we're still going to try and figure out. There's got to be something. Otherwise, we got what? Hammer pegs. We got... Skullwood's big chest.
Oh, yeah, we found that.
Left side desert for Bonta. I'm kind of anticipating, like, at least, like, Thieves Town big key or something to let us go finish Thieves Town. There's got to be at least one more big key in here.
Was that bomb supposed to detonate?
Nah,
I think he fell down a little early. Oh, that's a good...
That's a good hint, actually.
Odd big key in Misery Mire, so the flute's gonna be somewhere eventually.
Dude, I bet the flute. Oh man, you know, I bet that flute's in the vanilla big key chest in Pod. That'd be perfect.
Oh, did either of them?
I don't think either of them checked it, because Tstew went in with 3 keys, so and used 1 to do Dark Maze. Bonta had 4, but I think saved 1. I think left with 1. I'm getting some cries in chat for flute on ped. Flute on ped. The second one with an exclamation point. So.
Ooh, that's how you know it's serious.
But that would mean that we need another T-Rock small key, the ice rod,
the Hera big.
We do have the Hera big. We got that in
T-Rock,
and yeah, that's it. That seems kind of viable, actually. Not viable, possible.
Possibly viable.
Possibly a thing in a video game.
Yeah, they're probably not too interested in Pedestal until they get all the other requirements for it, I imagine. So we might not see anyone like walk all the way over there just to check it or anything. But it is something to keep in mind, definitely, if we find all those items. Yo, Hyrule Castle map.
And at this point, we do still have that small key at Lumberjack, but without that Castle Tower small key, it's not something we can consider either. I generally, if I see T-Rock as a pendant, I'll pretty much write off Pedestal immediately.
Yeah, it's just so many items you need to get to, you know, actually finish T-Rock, that by that time there's not a whole lot left.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that Castle Tower key to be on the right side of the desert.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't see
fetch chain.
Don't see Tstew heading back to T-Rock anytime soon.
Yeah, alright, here's our last Ice Palace hint.
Man, I wonder what that was. Maybe that hammer?
Yeah, that's probably it. That's what I would assume in this situation, and just completely write it off.
I mean, we have what? Magic Bat. I think that's it for friendly NPCs remaining. Oh, this was an interesting route for Bonta.
What?
Bonta went drop down, check the hint,
Wait
went
a second.
went all the way around. I think.
I'm getting deja vu before.
I believe that might have been a lapse of judgment, a wee bit of a mistake.
I think.
Maybe you know how sometimes the doors kind of like suck you in a way.
Oh, you mean in the game, not in real life? Yes. Yes, I know exactly what you mean there.
Dude, I hate those doors, man. You just like take one step too close and then.
I thought you were going somewhere with like glass doors and walking into them.
Or like the spiral ones.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that was the bit. Wait, that bomb jump is that easy, man?
It's the diagonal there is actually not that difficult as far as I understand. Ooh, big key.
Hey, there it is. All right.
That's progress.
That opens up how many more items? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 items. And another crystal.
Let's go back to talking about doors. That was pretty fun.
That was pretty fun. I like screen doors.
Yeah, Tstew setting up the bomb jump there, but unfortunately,
oh no,
falls into the doorway that sucks you in downward.
That's bad because he's gonna miss that Thief's Down big key, so he has to go back around.
Please go back for that.
He does not have a choice. He has to go back around. And powder out. I would assume that he's gonna powder and then head right upstairs. Darn it.
Oh no! Don't gamble on this. Oh, that's
right, guys. Get your F's in chat because this is over.
Going back into Ice Palace is not something
Nobody does that.
Yeah.
Unless Bonta misses that GT big key for like a year, this race is done. Unless Tstew just goes immediately back in Ice Palace, it's over. It's pretty much over.
Finishing Ice Palace and then going back into Ice Palace looking for items is not something I ever see, so I'm pretty skeptical that's going to be the case.
And as someone that has had this happen to him twice in 2 tourney races this weekend of messing up in Ice Palace and then like bailing, and one of them being, a required item, it's rough.
It just won't happen again, right? It can't. Nope. Too bad. It's that's really unfortunate. He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone. All right. Well, here's the thing, though. He's gonna run out of items real quick, or he's gonna run out of.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
He's gonna run out of stuff. I mean, he's got what? Graveyard Ledge, hammer pegs. He might go back into T-Rock and check those 2 up there before he does anything else. So. Skullwood's big key. Don't do it. Don't do it. Fall. Don't.
Wow. Willard calling for people to fall. Nah, he's just doing the thing.
Hey, that was pretty cool.
Is he gonna go check the pedestal?
At the same time, I also don't blame Tstew because I missed that exact same bomb jump in my race on Sunday. And you know what item I missed? It was the silvers, and it was a swordless seed. So I had to fight Ganon twice just to get that hint, and then cried when it was Ice Palace. So
I forgot that they only recently got the fire rod, so we'll be able to see new items here in Skull Woods.
Oh yeah, that's true. When did they get the powder?
That was on the laser bridge.
Huh. I must have been doing something dumb, because I missed that.
Oh, I'm sure we were just being dummies laughing about something.
No. When you accidentally miss, you're 1 pixel away and you miss the powder and you're like, what are you doing?
You have to be so close to that, it's ridiculous.
Doesn't make any sense. Come on, game devs. Fix your game.
It's powder. It would, even if you were a little bit away, it would, fly through the air slightly, right? And reach its destination.
Well, it depends. It looks like he's doing like a frisbee toss animation, as opposed to picking it up and blowing it into the cup. So maybe if you tried something different, it might work out better.
Lord, I don't know if throwing powder like a frisbee is actually all that good.
Well, it's like you plant in seeds. You throw it like a frisbee.
Just swishing it out, spreading it out in front of you,
you gotta get that. You gotta get that inertia. And go the distance. I'm actually physically doing it right now.
How many seeds have you planted in your life?
Well, I planted 2 seeds yesterday, and they were both really bad.
All right. Bonta checking out the other chest here in Skullwoods. I guess the last chest that we possibly have access to. Oh, it's a small key to pod.
Hey, look, there's number 5. So where's number 6? You know it's probably in pod. There's probably a key for key in that first chest.
Yeah, of course. We'll be able to see our pedestal check here. We're not too far away from being able to actually get this item.
Don't be flute, don't be flute, don't be flute. Just couch cash. Aw. Sorry, guys. All right, so this should be the Thieves Town play next. You know, I feel like since he's already done in this dungeon, it would be faster just to go ahead and dash down, maybe, to get to the portal.
Use the portal. Yeah, I would think so.
As opposed to going through the dungeon.
The little up and
kinda-
down movement and in and out of the doors is pretty time sinky.
Yeah, and the only thing you have to do is just switch to hammer, that's all. And then, well, I would say you have hammer out for Thieves Town, but you still have to bomb open that floor, so maybe not. I think you go check Peg Cave, it's perfect. All right, Mikon, recap. What are we looking for?
We're looking for the flute rod and also potentially a medallion to get the flute. No, it's the flute. You play it, or you cast bird, and it comes out. And
do you cast it like a frisbee?
I'm positive you do.
Okay, good. All right, continue. I'm sorry.
We need the Meyer big key. We need the pod big key still. Oh man.
Which we know is in Meyer.
Which we know is in Meyer, yeah. And we need whatever medallion we need to get into Meyer.
Mm-hmm.
And Bonta needs the Ganon's Tower big key and Spike Cave as he gets a very nice Hellway dash. And it's going to hope that he runs across the hint before getting up to Ganon's Tower, or else it's going to be a full clear of GT. And that's the game.
That's it. There, guys. Now you know what's going to happen next. So you don't have to keep watching unless you want to see it happen.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching the stream. This is a lot of fun. Always a
I
good
learned
time.
a lot today. Such as how to throw seeds and about doors.
The power of doors. So I'm anticipating at some point we got to have a flute coming up pretty soon, right? Like
yeah, because
big chest flute or something.
Maybe, yeah, because obviously we're not getting into anything else in pod. I mean, I guess there's maybe one other thing in pod we can get, but that's probably not going to happen. That's really the only item unlocking thing we have that we don't have, other than like the mushroom or something, I guess.
Yeah, or well, even if we had the ice rod, like we'd still need another key for T-Rock.
Yeah.
Though I think Bonta still has that key. I don't think Bonta checked the vanilla big key chest. I think Tstew did, but not Bonta. All right, what do we got?
Oh, ice rod. No.
Oh, this is a good video game.
Still, I would still put that out of my head until finding the Turtle Rock.
T-Rock small key, right here. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, too bad. It's the flute rod.
Nice flute. All right, so that opens up Meyer. We'll find out what medallion we need. At this point, I'm kind of just going to be double Quake for this seed.
Yeah, I would.
Tends to happen a lot. And the other medallions are just chilling in GT at this point. But that is our next ticket. So that Thieves Town big key in Ice Palace, double freezer room, pretty important.
Yeah,
and at this point,
he's running out of spots.
It's either back into ice, or what this looks like is either he might actually go finish Tower of Hera.
Yeah, I was gonna say he still has that big key for Hera still. Oh man.
But who knows? Maybe the Misery Mire big key's up there. Could happen.
Even if it is, I think Bonta's gonna be getting it here eventually. Yeah, he might have to double dip Meyer, but what's the problem with that? I mean, it's gonna happen. There's still 3 items up here, so who knows? Meyer has what? A lot of items in Key Sanity, considering there's 3 small keys.
And there's a map and a compass. Don't forget those.
Yeah, those are.
This is pretty important.
That have been shuffled out along with everything else.
How many keys are actually in chests?
In Meyer, 3.
3. Okay, so 3 plus the 2 items plus the map, compass, and big key. So 8. Just like Ice Palace. I used to have all these written down
Wow.
during the Key Sandy tournament, which is basically what this is. This is a blast to the past, guys. You know, January 2018, simpler times before inverted.
Blast to the Link to the Past. I guess that joke is a little too obvious. Is that the Meyer Big Key?
All right. So that's required.
Well, that's really good for Tstew. Even
It
better
is.
that he found it before going into Meyer.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's not exactly what he's looking for right now.
The nice thing is it wasn't like a big key that would send him like immediately to another dungeon since he doesn't have access to it. But
Yeah.
At this point, I anticipate him checking the 2 chests in T-Rock and then checking the 2 chests in Desert. Because once you miss a thing in Ice Palace, you're going to do everything else before you go back. Oh, that was not
I-
a very fortunate step.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
I think he was just a little bit too close.
He might have anticipated that he was going to get knocked back and then didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So he was holding down or something. Well, Bonta just clearing out all the stuff that Tstew has already done before going inevitably down to Meyer.
So here's the thing. Yes, Tstew is missing a very important required item in Ice, but Bonta is still missing that Meyer Big Key, which we know is in Tower of Hera. Also missing that GT Big Key, which we know is in Spike. So...
It's still really difficult to call. That was Ether.
Was it?
It was. I'm
sure?
almost positive it was.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're gonna find it right here, too.
I don't think it was. Oh, look, there's the last pod key. Perfect.
Okay, now Helmasaur looking a little bit likely to have something.
I didn't catch the freeze frame.
It was Quake? Oh my gosh, am I
That's
doubly
what I
wrong?
thought. It looked like Quake to me.
What?
Big 20. All right,
What?
well...
Watch be Bombos and just everyone is wrong. He's leaving! There's no way it's Quake.
Okay, I don't even know anymore.
Never mind, he's... Come on, Bonta!
What are you doing?
You almost made me look like a genius. He was like, oh, I actually have that medallion.
It's Quake.
I can't believe this.
The bamboozles, though. He just wanted to kill that bird.
Even Bonta was like, watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna make a fool out of this commentator. I'm gonna leave and make him think he was right.
Who knows? He might mirror and check Desert first, though. Oh.
Wow. That would actually not be such a bad idea, huh? To see if Meyer Big Key was over there.
Yeah. All right, Tstew going for the catfish play, and then... Oh, he didn't go to T-Rock, so that's good.
Ooh, yeah.
This might work out. He might check catfish, mirror, and then go right back into Ice Palace. We hope. I hope so.
I'm interested why he didn't go back into T-Rock. Maybe might have just not been thinking about it at the time. Probably just too concerned with other things and just kind of slipped his mind. Because I think in this situation he would absolutely back in there. But we'll see. Bonta is doing the left chest.
He's doing it. I think he's doing it.
Oh, going back into ice? Ooh. Does Bonta not have the hint that there's nothing useful over here?
Was there a hint?
You know what? Well, yeah, there was a... Wait, no.
There was one for Swamp. I don't think there was one for
Oh,
Fire.
I'm sorry. No, you're right, you're right.
All right, this is good. This is actually really good for Tstew.
I'm so impressed he's coming back in here now.
I am too. But
it's awesome.
His options were pretty bad at this point, so... But here's the thing. Is this going to be the GT Big Key hint for Bonta? And then...
Oh, that would be best case.
Bonta could, go and, go do Spike Cave, might even hop into Hera and get that advantage back. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Requires the glove.
Oh,
that's not too many things.
It's
though,
only one
right?
thing. It is only Spike Cave.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
Not catfish?
Nope.
Oh.
I don't think so. You'd think. But as far as I know, based on how the hints were designed, gloves, that hint is only for Spike Cave. But that might have been changed recently. I don't know.
All right, I searched requires the gloves on the hint text, and that is indeed only Spike Cave.
Okay. So as long as Bonta knows that, by studying that page with all the hints, because I had a similar thing happen where I think I had a hint that was like
The bow.
Hammer requires the bow, or something about a bow, and I didn't know that that only referred to Helma.
Yep, that is the case. That's interesting.
And Bonta did grab that desert palace or dark palace, that pod big key in the main area of Misery Mire.
I'm amazed that that was actually the thing. Is the last Turtle Rock
The last
key.
one.
Oh,
All right,
gosh.
Tstew.
Who knows? It could be Trinex could have Ether that opens up Mire.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure it's still Ether. All right.
You're pretty sure? Okay. Should we roll it back? We can ask the runners.
We
Oh,
can
that looks like
disregard-
Quake to me. I don't know.
Disregard that he's already in Mire at the time. Like, I just want to be right about something this seed. Oh, here we go. Tstew is heading into Thieves Town right now.
Okay, I don't understand why.
Can't be wrong about that.
Why did Bonta run all the way around instead of just mirroring right
I
in the
don't know.
front? I would have been
That's
slightly
a good
faster.
question. That is a pretty good question.
Card container. So at this point, we know where everything is. Hey, look, there's Ether. Now you can go into Mire.
Mire. You get the-
Sweet.
oh my gosh, I knew it. I knew he should have checked this first.
Perfect. Yeah, we have everything. We know where everything is. GT Big Key is in Spike. Mystery Mire Big Key is in Hera. Pod Big Key is in Mire. And Flute for Tstew is chilling over here in Thieves Town Big Chest. So this is looking pretty good for Tstew. He's gonna be able to go do all of Mire in one go. So, and well, I mean, Pod's pretty much done at this point. Just has to either check that one chest and then kill Helma, or just kill Helma. But
So yeah, both runners still need to kill Helmasaur. Bonta only needs to get up into Hera to grab that key, and that'll be his last item, right? As long as he knows the hint there.
mm-hmm. I'm assuming Bonta will probably check Hera after getting the GT Big Key. It makes sense, I think, because there's really no other options left. Yo, that synced up pause screen surprised me a little bit. So it's the little things, the simple things.
Boy.
Okay.
You go
If
get
this
that
was
other
all
hint now.
dungeons, though, it could be huge. But it's not, so it doesn't matter. I wonder if he's gonna check. Oh, he'll probably go check the big chest too at this point. Honestly, I think that glove hint should be just straight up rewritten and just say something about Spike Cave. I don't know. Just give it a unique Spike Cave hint. I don't know. Because that hint could be extremely misleading if you don't like understand it fully.
Yeah, a lot of hints are, and I knew there was a whole lot of confusion about that whenever they first released. You saw people just assuming things that, you know, weren't true for quite a long time afterwards. And it's entirely understandable, too. Like, man, these have to apply to all modes right now? That's kind of
Yeah.
weird. And a lot of people still probably aren't used to it.
And I'm sure V31's going to fix and adapt and change a lot of the hint system to make it a little bit more well-rounded and applicable to certain situations. Especially, I want to see it for like Randomizer. That'll give you hints about specific boss locations.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I like that idea. The Eastern Palace boss is Cold Stare.
Yeah. Or requires an ice rod. Requires the glove.
The Ice Rod is on the way of the hero.
How come there's no bosses where they like throw something at you, you have to pick it up with the mitts and throw it back at him. Like Link's Awakening. I want one of those.
The little clown boss.
The little clown boss.
The little clown genie.
Yeah. That guy's great.
Alright, Tstew going into blind fight. Actually does not have that much health right now. Hopefully we can get through this. Does have red potion though.
And Burna, and half magic, and a
Okay,
fire
never
shield.
mind. He's probably alright.
I don't know, man. This is pretty close. GG's. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting for Bonta. I anticipate straight up to Death Mountain after this, and if Bonta goes right into you know, Tower of Hera, gets that Misery Mire big key, pretty good lead, I'd say.
Yeah, pretty nice Helmsword fight right there as well. Doesn't use the whole hold sword out thing to keep your facing. He just goes nuts on it, and it is faster. And then has a nice 4 swings right afterwards without getting fireballed. Yeah, someday we'll have the hints be more mode specific. I would guess that's in the cards at some point.
Yeah.
This is probably just like a very early implementation.
So, at this point for Tstew, other than not knowing what medallion he needs for Mire, he's actually in go mode. Because he knows that the pod big key is in Mire.
Now he might still need to pick up Ether.
So he doesn't need to check anything at this point. See?
Oh, but it's Quake for him, so he can go right in.
Shut up. Yeah, I mean, Bonta has a clear dungeon advantage, but until they head into Hera.
Yeah, that's a lot of extra stuff that they can go check. I guess not too much left. I mean,
yeah,
we just
still give
finished up
advantage to Bonta at this point just because of the.
Sure.
Oops, so we'll misclick there.
Really hated that bush.
That one especially.
I think he scrolled down to 3, then went back to 1, and just didn't hit it enough. Oh, but he's pulling out the hook shot here instead of... Oh, he's just doing the dash. Never mind. It's like, he's gonna go to the east side. No, that's probably not what's gonna happen.
Dead rocked a second time. Man, that sucks. Alright, Spike Cave play coming up, probably. And then it's all a matter of...
I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing. What else?
First,
What
just
else does he
hopping
have?
down to Spike afterwards. He has one. He has Turtle Rock.
Yeah, he does have all the keys and the ice rod. I can't imagine. Well, look, we're just going straight to Hera. All right, yeah, this is gonna be advantage Bonta at this point, and especially if like Tstew does left side Mire first instead of checking the middle chest, which has the pod big key. But hey, here's the good news. We are going to see that beautiful 0 out of 22 for GT.
Oh man, yeah, with any luck.
Though you know they're gonna open up that last chest just to ruin the dream.
I don't think that'll happen, Willard.
We'll see. We'll see. A man can dream.
I know it won't be a sword, and I don't think. Maybe it'll be
Look at
our
that.
first armor upgrade.
Look at that. Simultaneous go mode for both players. That's great.
Yep, Bonta is
Oh,
out.
well, still has to get
Headed
Spike. Still have to get GTBK, but still pretty close.
Yeah, he knows where it is. It doesn't really matter. It's go mode enough for me. If you know where something is, it doesn't really matter if you have it or not.
Yeah, even after all that, still gotta give that. Oh man, that Ice Palace play. That one really hurt Tstew.
Yeah, it really did. I believe he would probably have the lead right now, right? If not for that, because this is still pretty close. Bonta still has to go back into Mire and clear that, but he still has to do Pod.
Unfortunately for Pod, I think I'm sure he does have another key, so he just has to go to the back and kill him.
I would assume.
I would assume
Yeah, he
so.
has 2 pod. I think he has 2 pod keys. I just saw.
Okay.
Unless it was 2 Swamp Palace keys, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think that's a thing. They also already did. Yeah, you're right. He does have 2, so that's good. And given their resources, even the sword advantage is gonna help Tstew out a tiny bit, but not that much.
Yeah, I think with the sheer time it takes to get to pod, Bonta still has a little bit of advantage here. Mire actually doesn't take it that long if you're just going straight to the boss. But pod still takes a while to travel through and actually even get to the dungeon.
Yeah, pod is a bit of a walk. This was a really good race. This came down really close. It could just be down to execution and going up the gauntlet.
Yeah, despite the unfortunate Ice Palace situation for Tstew, I think it's really impressive how close it is still going to be.
There's a mouse on the screen.
He didn't change his sprite mid game here.
Get that thing out of there. The problem is you can't even tell him to move it because the 20-minute delay. So
oh my gosh, that's right.
Dude, I'm gonna put my mouse.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Oh!
I got my mouse over it. That way, there. This is me.
So it's my fault. This is my mouse on the screen. So
everyone's seeing.
I want everyone to put their mouse on the screen right now, so that we can all join in this celebration together.
It's almost like we're all putting our hands in for a huddle or something. Everyone put your mouse at the same place.
Oh, it's gone. Now my mouse is just in the way.
Thanks, Willard, for moving your mouse. Now we all have to go away again.
Well, that was disappointing.
Mine is a Mac mouse.
Dude, I'm so bad. I think it was on my last PC I changed the like loading cursor animation to a banana like constantly peeling. It's the greatest thing ever. I want to find that one again.
That's a very Willard thing.
I haven't found it in years, and I need help finding that. But anyway, I'll shut up for a second. That is going to be our last crystal for Bonta, with Tstew only, a couple screen transitions away from getting to the last boss for them. But Bonta with a couple-minute lead going into GT, and it's all execution here on out. We already have all the keys, as well as the GT big key. So it's all down to how well you play the game, how well you execute.
That was almost the dead rock. Not nearly as bad as the previous one, but it does get a bonk out of it. Bonta, not... If he was even the slightest fan of dead rocks before this seed, I think... definitely not going to be anymore.
Dude, Death Mountain stinks.
Yeah. Why don't they just remove dead rocks?
I still blame Death Mountain for me not getting my sub 90 in NMG. Those dead rocks on the way to T-Rock, man.
You need to start picking up the powder in your run so you can just use them on dead rocks.
No, it's not a thing I'm gonna do. I bet if I drop Sank Heart, it wouldn't happen.
Oh yeah.
It's just how it works. Oh no!
Bonta! Can you squeeze through? You
No.
can sometimes squeeze through him with a dash. Oh my gosh. Just grab the fairy in the meantime. Okay.
Okay. Jeez.
Oh, we didn't do the thing.
Well, there's no thing.
They already have it.
That's why I signed up specifically for this race, so I didn't have to do the thing.
You passed the test, Willard. Congratulations.
Man, I wonder what bosses we're gonna get up the gauntlet. I'm kind of expecting like Landmullas in Landmullas 2, and maybe like Moldorn at Moldorn 2. But you never know. We could even get like 3 Aghanims. Could you imagine? But only one of them is real.
How many eyes? Well, that's getting into ROM hacky territory, Willard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just wondering how many eyes you'll think Moldorm has.
Can we make Hammer Aga 2 more viable?
Can I just ice rod Aghanim too?
Can we just make it so that more weapons hurt every single enemy in the game? We'll just make it a version. Just call it free for all. Like you can use a mirror to
Reflect Aghanim.
Yeah. It's a thing. That was a very nice Mimic 1.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a super sweet Mimic 2. It's only got 7 arrows though, so he's gonna have to grab a few on the way up.
Yeah, there's a couple arrow pots. I think at least 2 up here. That one of them's in the worst room in the game coming up here.
What, the second Stalfos room with the single BMOs?
That's, yep. That's the one.
Is that it?
That is the one, yep.
Yo, did you see that spike dash? That was like world record right there. It was beautiful. Man, I wish I was good at Link to the Past.
Ooh, tries to get the dash here through these cannonballs, but it doesn't quite line it up there. I've never actually tried that. I assume it's pretty difficult to start dashing on the correct pixel to get through there. Oh, thanks, sword beams.
Yo, thanks, fire rod splash damage. Dude, it's all about that altitude. Know what I mean? So yeah, that pot at the bottom right one is a 5 arrow, but he'll probably grab the one before Wizroads.
Oh yeah,
land modes too.
Yep, that's the other one that I enjoy.
Man, it's such a close race. After all that, and both going to be sub 2 as well, which is really nice in Key Sanity.
Yeah, it's a close race, but Bonta is tearing up this gauntlet already on the land moles. Has half magic. Oh, but one of the gets a little short hop there, so we gotta wait for the second cycle. But not too much. Not too bad.
Okay.
What's up?
Tstew was just standing there for a little bit, and then he hits select for a second.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that. You're good, man. Keep
Just
going.
like you do not actually use the mirror to reflect Aghanim shots.
Also, for people asking why I said he needed arrows, I typically like to use arrows going up the gauntlet. Yep, so having spare arrows is always nice. But I guess with half magic and fire rod, that's probably a little bit more effective.
Yeah, the burning animation's a little annoying, but thankfully the Stalfos enemies don't actually have that, so it's pretty nice to be able to use it for them. It's much easier to hit them. Yeah, I don't know, Tstew must be getting distracted by something.
Yeah. Got like a dog jumping on his keyboard.
I want to play Rando too. You can Rando when you're older. Oh, yeah. Oh, he gets a nice dash right through the things, but unfortunately he's going to lose a little bit of time checking out the... Oh, did he already fall?
He did the fall and then dash across, yeah.
Okay, never mind. It was still nice.
Yeah, it was almost... Actually, it was probably... I'd say it was nicer than that hover at Moldern 2. Look at the little bumpers cheering for him.
He's going nuts. Congratulations on your hover. Yay.
Yay. Alright, well, that Aga too. Let's see what kind of setup we get for this. We get to get that beautiful double-triple, maybe a triple-double. Maybe... Oh, there's a nice double right there. Very interesting spawn.
That was almost just as bad as the first one.
Yeah,
that was a weird angle.
These some unfun setups, and the desync. Well, I guess it's Bonta takes down. And you see what I see at the top of the screen? 0, 0 out of 27, actually, not 22. And that's a beautiful sight in a Key Sanity.
Yeah, but that hint was in the way, or else this would have been a very different raise.
Yeah, that GT Big Key hint popping up right in Mire was perfect for Bonta. Could have made things very different in the seed. And at this point, Bonta is just a Ganon kill away from being our victor and claiming that 3-0 spot position result. Ooh, oh, that hurts. Try to go for the double spin off the trident. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Well, good to get that out of the way, I guess.
Make it a little bit closer.
I
It's
mean, that might have been like a preemptive .done typing causing you to goof. I think in one of my races I walked right into Ganon.
You did. I watched it.
I got .do, and then I walked into Ganon. I was like, well, I better pay attention now.
That's what I get for doing. The time that Ganon like takes to explode after he's dead, there's enough time then to type your thing.
I know.
What's the point in preemptively typing it?
I was getting excited.
The lag strats. I guess.
Wow, very close race. Ganon Ari in phase 3, dropping down all the floors. And then we'll get that Silver's hint, but we already know because they were in Laser Bridge.
He's still having a little trouble with those fairies there. He ended up powdering one of them, and it didn't fly into him. It ended up flying away, so...
It's like the one on East Death Mountain that just loves to get away from you.
The dead rocks in that screen really make it difficult to get that fairy.
That should be a double. There we go, and that's going to do it. Bonta! As soon as they walk through that door, will be our victor today in this race. We'll be moving on in their group stage, 3-0.
All this time he has to type .done.
Look at all this time. Yeah, but you ever like type .done and then the music stops and then you walk off the edge?
No, I haven't done that yet. I'm sure it'll happen someday, but not yet.
One of these days.
I think we'll hit there on Aghanim.
Yeah, congratulations, Bonta, on getting through that key sanity seed. Didn't really make any sort of like major mistakes or anything, and executed very well.
Yeah,
some of
the key locations were a little unfortunate because of the route he took, like the Meyer Big Key having to double dip the dungeon there. But I think other than that, there's really not much. There wasn't no like execution problems or anything. Everything went really fine.
Other than that Ganon death, and
that was a little
choice,
weird,
some choice routing like in Ice Palace, doing a loop around and stuff like that. Yeah, honestly, it really just came down to that unfortunate mistake by Tstew, missing the Thieves Town Big Key in the double freezer room in Ice Palace, which did fortunately lead him to get like the Meyer Big Key, but wasn't enough to bring it back. But this is still got to be a very, very close finish. To what? The double menu?
Yeah, a little.
Sometimes you're like one step ahead of yourself,
Yeah,
I was already ready to drop those torches, but...
I definitely understand that. With the gold sword here, gonna have a much easier time with Ganon. Only 6 slashes between phases. That's pretty good.
Take a fire bat right to the face, and another one.
Ooh,
I'm curious, man. Where were the mail upgrades?
Well, oh no, Tstew
he's fine.
very low on health. But we have that red potion. Losing all the frames, recovering all that health.
Yeah, we'll let Tstew finish up, and then we'll see if these folks want to come in for a little chit-chat to talk about the seed. I'll make sure to ask them immediately what they felt about the seed.
Oh, asking the hard-hitting questions.
And what they had for breakfast. I think that one's a little bit more important.
What do they think of doors?
What do you think of breakfast burritos? Ooh, jeez, that was
yeah, the hit is scary. Eating 8 hearts and running into Ganon is scary.
Yeah.
But also almost falling off right there is...
Trying to go for that double right there is a little crazy. Jeez,
Whoa.
alright. Still has to do one more.
Tstew, you're scaring me, dude. But the other
one... Oh, dude, he got the...
There we go.
That's gonna do it. So roughly like a 3.5 minute difference. It's not too bad.
But, key sanity. But I think
sure.
In key sanity, that's still close in my mind.
Yeah, of course. Just because of how variable it can be. And both players finishing sub 2. It's very impressive. GG's to our runners, guys. Get your GG's in chat. And that was a good race. I really enjoyed watching that. even though it was Key Sanity. Enjoyed that.
Even though it's Key Sanity, you sure?
Even though. Yeah. They're not in chat, so I'm just gonna talk to you then, Mika. So Mika, what did you think? How did that?
What did I think about that seed?
What did you think about that seed?
What did I think about that seed? I thought it was fairly nice. I enjoyed how they gave you everything to access every single dungeon and clear every single dungeon before Ganon's Tower. So you had to make the hard-hitting decisions.
I mean, it's kind of fun because you'll like if you really feel like it, you could full clear the game and try and get that 216. You know, 216 out of 216.
You could
just for fun.
There wasn't too much double dipping the game wanted, other than like the fire rod out of the flippers. But
okay, I just got confirmation that the runners are doing an interview over on the French restream, and so but will not be coming in for an interview with us. So this is the interview you guys are gonna get. So Mikan, tell me about your next upcoming race that you haven't scheduled yet.
It's going to be awesome, and I should probably pick the settings because I've already done my setting of the one player that was higher seated than I. So that means I have to pick all the other ones, and I should probably do that. I'm probably going to be really boring.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, given all the crazy seeds that we've seen so far, it'd be kind of refreshing to see like this, which was just, you know, a normal seed plus Key Sanity, or like, you know, standard Uncle Assured easy mode. Well, that's not an option. You know, it'll be refreshing to see something a little bit more straightforward without all the wackiness of like Randomizer, Key Sanity, or inverted.
I think the one I lost, it was an all dungeon Key Sanity, and I only lost it by about 5 minutes. And I think in all dungeon Key Sanity, that's actually pretty fine.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
I mean, considering it was against Jim, I think that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you hadn't messed up that Ice Palace bomb jump, you might have gotten it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think
for sure
would have been the routing, finding the Meyer big key might have been slightly different, but I still think it would have been pretty okay.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if and well, I don't know. I guess it's kind of hard to predict what you would have done had you not missed that. It's like, well, if I had to miss that, I definitely wouldn't have gone to hair. You know, I feel like missing that Thieves Town big key kind of led him to do other stuff. But at the same time, like for Bonta, after doing all that stuff and going into Meyer, what else did they have left before Hera? I mean, finish T-Rock.
Right, there really wasn't really many other decisions to make at the time, so they probably wouldn't have changed much at all.
Yeah, that's true. Well, chat. You doing all right?
Yo, guys, what did you think about that seed?
What do you guys think about that seed? I mean, as for Key Sandy goes, I thought it was pretty good. Though late-ish hammer is kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff that's spread out that you now have access to.
Like, I'm a big fan of like early hammer. That's why I like to do like standard swordless, because there's always that chance that Uncle just gives you a hammer, and then that makes the rest of the run like significantly easier than some really awful hammer locations.
Can't believe Tstew never got Ether.
That right side desert could have been the play.
I'm glad Meyer was quick for him.
Glad that worked out. All right, well, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and take a look and see what else we got going on the Speed Gaming and or ALTTP Randomizer network for tourney races. Right now, I believe over on Speed Gaming 3 is Dracarys versus Cadenza. Then we have a non-restreamed race of Lyra versus Axe. I don't know why I'm mentioning that. Over on Speed Gaming 2 at 6:30 p.m. Eastern is Haha Cell versus Os, as well as 2 more races at 8:30 p.m. on ALTTP Randomizer and ALTTP Randomizer 2 is PRD Wong versus I Am the Schwartz and Chloe Prower versus Megawatt. And then we got some more races later on tonight on the Speed Gaming channels. So make sure to hit up that schedule if you want to check those out. I want to give a big shout out, of course, to our tracker today, Tirasu. Thank you so much for keeping up with our shenanigans, as well as the runners' shenanigans, and that still comical and questionable Meyer medallion requirement. And of course, to my good friend Mikan for joining me on commentary. To my surprise, I signed up on a whim, and I load up the schedule and see Mikan. I'm like, oh, great. But that's actually sincere, not sarcastic.
Sorry, dude.
Stuck with me.
I'm
thank you
sure
guys all
you
for
learned
watching.
things. I'm sure you learned things that you weren't expecting to learn during a commentary stream.
Very educational
I hope
commentary
all
session.
of you out there in chat also might have learned a thing or two about both Randomizer and life in general.
Always good. Got to get them life lessons out of the way. But thank you guys all so much for hanging out and watching. We'll see you guys at the next one. Mikan, send us off.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Play video games. They're pretty cool. And watch them too here on Twitch. Have a good night.
See ya.